some years that tool fulfilled its purpose, but we thought that it was not the best available out there. We did some research, and after some time, we purchased the tool or the module called Workday Strategic Sourcing that is a part of the Workday suite. So today, this is an overview of what you as strategic suppliers, and I say strategic suppliers, why? Everybody that is invited to this meeting are the suppliers, the strategic suppliers that we have in the revolving funds, which means revolving fund and strategic fund. Today we will have a presentation. Colleague here is Stefano Bassi. He works in systems, and he will provide you with an overview of what the system, what you will see as a supplier. We will talk about registration, what you will be able to see in the message center, and what we call events. Next slide, please. Okay. This is an overview of what is the Workday system. The blue part is what Pajo had until last year, beginning of last year. We had a procure to pay inside our house. Somebody will submit a request, a requisition, and eventually we'll have long-term agreements and purchase orders. But the e-sourcing was in an outside system that was in 10, and we have changed that. Now, the green part is what we will be able to have now as a whole system. This will be, the green part is Workday Strategic Sourcing, and we will have the sourcing, the management, the contract management, and eventually this will integrate with what we have is what is called Workday Financials. Next slide. Okay, so I will leave you now with my colleague Stefano, and he will give you an overview of the tool. Naturally, there will be a time for questions and answers. So, Stefano, the floor is yours.
Thank you, and good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the new Workday Strategic Sourcing. We're going to review step by step what you need to do as a supplier in order to start collaborating with us inside Workday Strategic Sourcing. On the beginning, we would like to start on how you will engage at an initial stage to the system, and what do you expect as a supplier in terms of alerts, emails, and how to bring this collaboration inside the tool. So first, it's good to mention that you will only have an initial access point with an invitation, an event invitation. No, we will have inside the tool two types of invitation. One would be to participate in projects, and then in the other into events. No, anyhow, you will get an email that looks like the one you're looking here right now. Um, um, that will provide a button uh, or a link with that is in blue right now. So clicking into the link, it would send you to this page when you will have to create a password, as is usual in any login screen that you have. The password should have certain characteristics. So this is the requirement in terms of password. And then after creating the password, you will be able to uh, do a simple registration. In this case, you will be entering information about yourself as an employee, no? And then this will link to your supplier account within the system, no? So these are easy steps that you need to follow in order to complete your account. After you put all the information that is required, you will get another alert where you will be able to finalize your account. Finalize your account, it means that you're gonna finish the setup of your account within WSS. Next step, when you gain access to WSS, you will get straight to the company dashboard. In this case, I'm showing a dashboard of a company that had 3 different events. So you will be able to see events that are requested for you to participate on, events that you respond, and events that were in the past and are archived, no, for you to have for both parts, no, on the side of the company and on the side of Pajo, we will have all these events stored within a place so we can have them as support for future events, no. In this case, I'm looking at the requests that are in progress. So you have an ITV, an RFP, and another RFQ. No, these are the 3 events that are on in progress and that you are involved. Going into the detail, specific detail. So if you go to second, if you have your dashboard and you click into this one of these links, you will be able to get into each project detail. No, in this case, looking at the ITV will be listed like they have a title, the details of the bid in terms of who is requesting it. In this case, you will see our name here, my name as a primary contact as I created the event. You will have the POC, the point of contact from our side. It will be listed here. That means that he will be leading this effort. And then you will have details on the specific details on this specific ITV. From there, also you will have an area, well, besides the information that you see as details, now you will have an area where the the contract specialist will be attaching some information as a support. Then you will have a message center. Message center is a way to communicate within the tool and without using email. You will have the ability to be in contact with the procurement team here in Pajo, and you will be able to receive two types of messages. The first one are questions. So when the ITV says that you have 2 weeks to ask questions to the procurement specialist inside the timeline of the bid, for that time, the questions area will be open. So you freely will be able to send any messages, and we will be able to reply within the tool. And those are questions. Once the questions and answers time within this project or this procurement event expires, this question area will be blocked, and you won't be able to send any more questions as the time to do so ended. Then on the other hand, you will have announcement. Announcements are messages that the organization send to communicate overall status or important information about the bid, and this will be delivered to all the suppliers that are participating in this specific event. So the communication inside the message center will be through each procurement event. That's the way how we are enable communication within the message center. Then you will have an area where you will be able to invite team members. To do so, you just need an email and a name. And completing that will give you the option to add this team member to your team collaborating within this specific event. So as the message center is opportunity or procurement event specific, this area will be as well. So you will be able to create a specific team for each event. Then you will have a dashboard of your timelines. So you will be able to track your time and deadlines for each specific milestones inside each event. So in this case, you will have a very basic timeline. And the first important day will be RSVP day, when you will be able to confirm your participation into this event. Then the other important day will be the supplier question deadline. This deadline is the one that I was talking about, that will open and close the question section of the message center. And then the last important milestone will be the submission deadline. Submission deadline, when you get to the due date, after the time, the system will block your ability to edit any part of the submission package that you are sending. So it is important for you to know that you should 100% prevent having the editing option, or that you edit the event during this time. If you do so, your access to this event will be backed and will be stuck. So we definitely recommend you don't overpass the deadline time having your session editing. Then, in order for us to evaluate proposals, we need to get so that information will be requested. It could be requested through the attachment of a file that you will need to download and fill out and reattach for us to have it, or the procurement specialist or the sourcing manager, that's the name of a procurement specialist within WSS. He will create questionnaires for you to open and fill out inside the tool. So in this case, we will review after this, how do you will find these questionnaires and how you gonna fill it out. Then also, this is an example of what you expect in terms of questionnaires. It's really straightforward. You will need to or type an answer or click into a yes or no or conditional answer, or the sourcing manager will request you to attach a file in order to complete the answer of that question. Then, for pricing and for the financial offer, also two ways. Or the sourcing manager or the procurement specialist is gonna attach a file for you to download or fill it out, or he is gonna create a worksheet within the tool. So you will be able to complete the necessary and requested information inside WSS so we can review and analyze. One of the features that is really interesting is that if you want to collaborate with more team members, you can download this specific opportunity. It will create an Excel file, and I'm going to show you how it looks. So this Excel file will have all the information, which is going to be the same as the one that you have inside the tool, but this will be create an Excel version for you to have. You will have access to all of the information that was already within the tool, and then you will be able to complete the questionnaire offline outside the tool. As I can show you, you will come here, complete all this questionnaire. You can review all the details of this opportunity, and then you will be able to save it and to upload it again. So first you export the invitation to bid. In order for you to create this Excel file, you complete the Excel file, and then you can import the invitation again. This is in case you will require a lot of time to complete a bid, so maybe it's better, works better for you. It's an option that the system provides. So in terms of support, what do WSS offer? And we're gonna review within the system in a few, all these features and capabilities. But there's a knowledge base on the menu that the supplier, any of you can access or review specific processes within the tool, how to respond to a questionnaire, um, how to respond to a bid, how to respond to worksheets, uh, having trouble with the access to the tool. All these questions can be found in a guide that is in this link. Also, you can contact Pro IT support for specific questions and we'll be in touch with you. Then we have a message center. So if the project or event is still open, you can contact the sourcing manager, sending a message using the message center. No? Also, if you have technical request support, you can also contact support through the top right menu in the system that looks like this. This will pop up a questionnaire for you to fill out and report whatever issue you are having with the tool. And then within 1 or 2 hours, you will have access to a technical support person from Workday. Also, you will expect that in the next month or so, in order for you to log in, the system will require for the person that wanna log into the tool to authenticate the access. This will require for you to have an authenticator app, and this should be linked through a phone number. So when you request the access to the tool, the authenticator will pop up an alert. That alert should be approved by you in order for the system to let you into WSS. We will provide further information on this in about 3 weeks with the specific on this process, so you have it um, as a guide. And of course, we will provide the support that is needed in order for you to have final access to WSS. So now we're gonna go and review all these parts of the tool within the system so you can get familiarized with it and and you can see how it works from the inside. Perfect. Now here you can see the dashboard. This is the view as a supplier. This is a test profile that we created for us to show you how this works. So here you can see that I have 3 requests, the same that you looked in the image in the presentation. You can see that I reply to this opportunity here in the past, and that I have or eight different events that I participated in the past. No, so for now we're gonna focus on the ones that are active and that are requested for us to complete it. I'm gonna get access to the one that it says ITV. So here you will have the event title. the invitation to bid details. Details on the ITV specifics on terms of what is the areas and the part sections that are concerning to this specific opportunity. And then moving down, you will have the documents that are gonna be attached. In this case, there's a data sheet, there's a technical offer, and then a bid submission cover letter. These are supporting documents that the sourcing manager or the procurement specialist is attaching for you to complement um, your bid submission. Then you have access in the same page to a message center. So here you have the ability, as this opportunity is still within the deadline in terms of sending questions, I have the opportunity here to send any request or question that you have, and this will directly uh, get the sourcing manager through an alert of the system. He will be able to access the message center and to see whatever questions needs to be answered, and then he will proceed. And in this area, you will have the historic, the records of any questions and answers that were provided in the past. And here is an area where you can find the announcements. Announcements are the messages that uh, the procurement specialist sent to everyone participating in this event. After the message center, you will find the event timeline. Within the timeline, you will see that I already submit an RSVP. That's why it says that when you confirm, you will get an exact date and time where this happened. Then the system will automatically, when this time expires, it will block you. If you didn't RSVP during the deadline, most likely you won't be able to continue with the process, that you didn't confirm your participation. Following this, you will find the invite team members area where you, through an email and a name, you will be able to add any team member that uh, you wanna invite or for him to collaborate with you within this opportunity. Moving forward, we're gonna look at the response sheets. On the response sheets, I'm gonna open the questionnaire so you can review it and you can see with me what do you expect in terms of information that is required, that is important for you to provide, This is a mean to deliver this information. So this is a questionnaire. We're using the influenza vaccine case. So there's a detailed questionnaire that you need to fill out. So the sourcing manager or the procurement specialist will require you to complete it. And there are different type of responses. So this is free text. And then you will have optional questions, yes or no questions. These are free text that you will have to fill it out. And then these are for example, the labels that you will be able to provide. And then I wanted to show you this. This is when the procurement specialist requests a document for you, no? So this is what you will expect in terms of questionnaires. Just wait a second, the system is uploading. So I'm gonna connect to the charger. Wait me 30 seconds, please. Okay, sorry about that. And thank you for your patience. Continue the review. We'll focus on the questionnaires. Then worksheets. So if you see worksheets, it relates to an Excel. It looks like an Excel worksheet. It's almost the same. They have the same functionality. The idea is that when there is a request to fill out the financial offer within the tool, you just go here and offer your quantity. And then you can do a unit price. And the system will automatically will populate the totals. This will help us review and do a better analysis when making a decision of the award decisions, no? And everything will be centralized here for us, no? Then you have a list of documents that the procurement specialist added to this opportunity, and you can see that there are some documents that are required, like the ones that are with this check mark. And then there are other support documents that are not required, but are part of the submission package that you will need to send to us, no? Also, you will have the opportunity to attach other files within this opportunity in case though that file is not uh, requested in this area, no? Then you can create or provide more details in terms of the bid you are trying to submit, and this is a good place to write whatever information you need necessary. It's good to know that you have some help in each of these parts of the bid. You will have on the top right screen a walk me through button that will provide um, sorry, that will provide you with some information regarding each of the parts. For example, how to add team members. The system will let you know how to do so. Or when you wanna build your proposal, this is kind of what you expect. These are the support information that you can access within the tool, so you can have an idea of how to complete or to proceed in each of these cases. And finally, when you complete, important part that I mentioned, this is the area where I said that you can export, create this Excel file that I'm showing you here. I don't know, it doesn't open as I wanted, but there's the Excel that I showed you before. And with that, we finish the training, and we can open some mics to hear some questions or some thoughts about this. This this session is recorded, it's been recorded, and we will provide access to it for people that want to review it and have it as support. So do you have questions? Please feel free to jump in.
I've got a question. When is WSS will start?
We are already using it, and the idea is to have you all here. You're a very important supplier for us, and as we will start new process within the 2024 year, our sourcing managers, our procurement specialists will start using this tool, no? So that's why we are providing this training session for you to have an idea. Of course, it won't be all clear at the beginning. No, we know that this is a new tool. You need to get used to it. And also, please, if you are invited to an event and if you have any questions related to the process on finishing a proposal within these two, your first point of contact will always be the sourcing specialist, no? And from there, if it's more technical, Pro IT can also jump in and support. And then if it goes beyond, you have a major issue, we will always have the support of Workday. Yes, Martin, come in.
Yes, thanks for the presentation. Very clear. I have a quick question. Are we still keeping ex-work quotations, or are we planning to have something different?
Can you repeat the question? I didn't get them.
Yes, I'm asking if we are keeping the ex-work quotations for the offerings, or are we planning to include freights to destination from the very beginning?
For each, that's specific to the request that our procurement specialists will make. They will use this tool to ask everything that is needed. The specificity of each request will be handled by them. If it's going to be included in all the things that you mentioned. Thank you.
I have a question too. Can
Yes.
you hear me? Yeah.
Yes, please come in.
Is this for all the quotations, or it's only for the big tender, or did it make sense?
Yes. We will try to enforce the use of this tool for everything.
Okay.
So yes, you will expect that this is new. We will start like we're leaving intent behind. We're starting with this new tool. We will expect that we want to accomplish 100% of processes through it. So
Yeah. Thank you.
you're welcome. Any other question?
So hello, I have a
Yes.
question.
Welcome, Jim.
Yeah, I want to ask if this PAHO system used for tender announcement, or we can file this any PAHO notification tender in UNGM.
Yeah, this is WSS supports the process. If there's a public bid that we will offer, this we will be able to create a link, and this link will be published in the regular dissemination of information tools that we have. We will have LinkedIn, we have UNGM, we have our web pages.
Okay.
Those are the regular ways that we usually communicate these type of events, no? From there,
Okay.
jump into the tool if you are invited, no? Or you want to participate, depends if the bid is open to participate or not, or is closed for specific participants, no? And then also you would expect the contracting officer or the procurement specialist to be in touch with you if he thinks that it's important for your company to participate in any process, no? So we will have always the regular ways of communication as emails and other pages like UNGM where you can find information about our bids, no?
Okay, you meaning that we are already a PAHO supplier and you could contact us for any source to contact us, right? Email, UNGM, or the directly contact, right?
Yes. The invitation today
Okay, thank you.
was sent because we have your email address. And that is because you have already done business with PAHO, and that is why you have received an invitation to this event. Naturally, when you just by being in this list, that your name of your company has been added to the internal Workday strategic sourcing database. The only thing that is necessary now is because you have not used Workday strategic sourcing in the past, it will ask you to register so you have access to the event.
Okay, it's clear to me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For the
Hi,
people that
I have a
is already-
question.
Yes, Ademola.
I have a
welcome.
question. Yeah. So, are we still going to make use of the PAO SharePoint to share shipping documents, or is the WSS going to take over that function?
No, those are different solutions. This is for the tendering process. The other is to share information and documents. We will be working on the other side and improving that tool, but these are different solutions, no?
All right, thank you.
I see there are concerns about the recording and the information on the presentation. We will provide a link or a space in our webpage where you can access to it. So no worry, it will be available as other materials that we think are important for you to review.
Yes, I have one question.
Yes, please, come in.
Yes, so this portal is for only for a bidding purpose, or we will get the evaluation outcome link as well?
We will, as a team, evaluate the opportunity within the tool, and you will receive some kind of the evaluation result through the tool. If the sourcing manager or the procurement specialist proceed to evaluate that specific opportunity. That decision goes to the procurement specialist. If they configure the evaluation to be done through WSS, you will expect to have a report within WSS. If the evaluation is outside the tool, you will expect to receive whatever information they send you as the result through the regular means of delivering information, which is going to be an email, no? So,
Yes.
Okay.
Usually you will receive a notification that you have been awarded a contract. And so that's what we will continue to use. We will try to leverage WSS to send such a notification. And we're all learning about the use of it. So, but
Yes, yes.
yeah, if it does not, if it's not possible, you will receive by email a notification. Thank you.
Okay, okay. And is there any partial saving option available? Means we have to complete the total tender at one go, or we can save it as and when it's completing.
Yes, this is a tool that automatically save whatever you've done. So whatever you complete, if you're doing finishing a test, if you're doing
Mm-hmm.
text, or if you're uploading a document, or if you are doing a questionnaire and you are in the middle of it and you close it, it will record all the changes. There's not a
Okay,
save button, whatever, no? You will go
okay,
complete, and as you complete it, you will have the ability to send. If the send button is not available, it's because you're missing some part of the delivery request, no?
okay.
Be a part of
So,
a questionnaire, or could be a document that is required or you are not attached yet. Those
mm-hmm.
are the things that those are the things that would prevent you to finally send the bid, no?
Okay. So it will get auto saved.
Yes,
Okay. Thank you so much.
no worries.
I have a question more.
Yes, come in, please.
Yes, I'm from AJ Vaccines, and when do you expect it to be fully rolled out as a system?
It is fully rolled out.
Okay,
The thing is that we haven't have a process yet where you are participating in it, but we are using it actively since November last year.
okay.
Mhm.
And will it completely replace the Excel sheet we receive quotations on now?
Uh, as I told before, this is
Mm,
going to be a decision of the procurement specialist that is leading each opportunity.
mm,
They will decide, and they will be very clear on how the information will be requested. If you don't see a questionnaire, but you see a Word document or an Excel document, well, that's a clear example of the procurement specialist is requesting for you to download those documents, complete it, and then upload it again to the tool. But if you see a questionnaire or a worksheet, the same as I show you in the presentation, you will expect that you need to complete those in order to submit your bid, no? It depends, and it's case by case, and the final decision comes from the sourcing specialist or the procurement specialist.
Yeah, hi. This is Janardhan from Arabindo.
Welcome.
Good morning to everyone. So it looks like more of online bidding process. As usual, we usually get an Excel sheets of RFQs from PAHO, and then they want to replace with an Excel sheets with this online bidding. Okay, so after submission of RFQs or LTS or whatsoever it may be, so can we able to get the status of that particular RFQ, whomsoever got the winner?
So your question
Or
is
is
that the information will be recorded for you to have access, the historic information?
yeah,
Yes,
historic information as well as after bidding process also. So they will be seeking a funding approval from respective countries where the particular they have been waiting for the funding. Then it gets allocated to the particular supplier.
yes, yes.
So can
When
we
you
able to
got
get that status also?
excuse me?
Can we able to get that status also in this WSS process?
There's a message sent. Any, any, any information on status, questions, etc. There's a message center on the system. So either you can ask the questions or the procurement specialist, which is called the sourcing manager, will get in contact with you through that.
Okay, that's so instead of mail communication, there's a message center call which we'll have to communicate on a daily basis. You mean to say that?
Well, what I'm saying is anything related to the the e-sourcing event or the RFQ, etc., we will try to leverage as most as possible the use of the messenger, because that the messenger center keeps track of all of that. Naturally, some things will be uh, maybe more expedited, maybe by an email, etc., or a phone call, etc. But that will be up to the sourcing manager to let you know. But basically, we will try to use more and more that the messaging center.
Yeah, one more thing. Sometimes, like, if there is any technical glitches occurred at a particular supplier where he's working, so there's a specific timeline for RFQ. If the timeline process is unable to submit in time, so what could be the alternative process to submit a bid on a very next day probably, and reconsideration and reevaluation from PAHO for further consideration? How you are going to handle?
That it was one of the reasons why we are changing the system. We wanted a more reliable system, which testing has shown us that this is a marked improvement. Nevertheless, it will be not stating the truth that it's 100% that it's going to be no problem at all. So you can always contact your point of contact, or if it's an IT question or system, Stefano Vassi here, and we have another colleague. You have provided the email pro IT support,
Yes.
and there in the system, there's a way to contact somebody. Will be able to provide support.
So fine. So what are the timelines for implementation, like, a registration process for the supplier, and followed by getting the request from or RFQs from purchasers like PAHO?
The
So
system, it's already in process. You will receive, like in an event, uh, an RFQ is shorter than an ITB. You will receive, if you intend to submit an offer, there's an X date. You will always be receiving dates for each event when that event, RFQ or ITB or RFP, will be finishing, and it will be clearly stated. The first thing for you, for all of you, will be to register. That's a one-time event as a supplier, and then it will be pretty straightforward, like it was shown in the presentation.
okay. So as per the PPT we have gone through, there are three kind of models, like, message center and submission of bidding process. All those are there. So can we get any kind of SOPs? What exactly a system shows, and how it will be functioning? So we want to know for our reference.
Yes, we will provide a guide,
Uh,
an extended guide, like
yeah.
a 16 pages guide for you to review. It's really, really a simple, straightforward guide. You have this problem, you do this. If you want to reply to a
Yeah.
bid, you want to reply to a questionnaire or the worksheet, everything is going to be inside the guide. You will have our presentation available, and then you will have the recording of this event. And of course, we
Okay.
will proceed and create more events like this, focusing in specifics inside of processes on how to reply, how to get an evaluation, how to communicate, whatever you think is important. We are open to review and to create seminars or more training events like this for your support. No.
Sure. Sure. Thank you.
No. Well, thank you all. Please You have we will put available our information of this meeting. If you have any question, please send that to your point of contact within PAHO. They finally will forward it to me or to another team member that is gonna help us in any step of the process. Remember, your initial point of contact with the tool is by invitation only. And remember that you will always deal with the same person, the same procurement specialist that is helping you in this process. So that will be your first point of contact for any issue related to the bid that you're participating in, no? So saying that, thank you everyone for joining today. And I'll be looking forward to see you all in the next session.